6. Unknown friend. Being done at the precinct, Zook leaves to go back home. He needs some more info. The vineyard of the champagne is named Taste of a Grape, a generic name over a family name, which when Zook looks it up, has changed in ownership a few times. It is 2 hours outside the city. Grapes are grown on the side of a hill apparently as they do in Europe. It is noted a couple of times on their webpage trying to prove something. The webpage is sort of tacky, but made in a basic way. At least there were a few pictures. It also had some color to it, not a plain text and explain page. As he is messing around on his ground floor computer, Fluffers jumps up on the desk to get his attention. He looks back.
Hello Fluffers, how is everything?
The cat meows back.
Oh, everything is okay, I guess. Non-human, what are you doing?
I am trying to find out more about your human, things that she does. She often got a drink, many bottles of it. It was in the cold box where you both lived, do you remember it? She got it at a place a little outside the city. Did she ever take you to a place away from these places, like buildings and homes?
I do not know what you mean by that. I do not go far from home, where my human and I stay, so maybe not. Can you take me with you though? I know this place around here, and I am getting bored. None of your people play with or pet me. Why do they not do that? The nice lady did that all the time. She talks to me a bunch, but she did not speak cat like you speak cat, so it was all just noise to me.
Sorry, you cannot come with me. It will not be a safe trip and you will be safer here. It is not a human thing to bring you along. I will need to be leaving close to dark time tomorrow. I will tell my other humans that they should let you walk around in my basement area, not in my special room, but you can look around more places. Do not mark any of the things. They will put me in a safe place in the metal thing we took to get here, it is called a car, and drive me somewhere else, and I do not know this other place.
Coincidentally, talking about the vineyard, someone must have had their ears burning, because Zook gets a call from Zant. He looks back at Fluffers.
Please be quiet, I need to speak to another person.
He answers the phone?
Yes, boss.
The vineyard you mentioned, the Taste of a Grape, has changed owners 7 times in the last 2 decades, which is fairly unusual. Family names differ on each change, so that isn't always strange. We cannot get into any records of theirs, not sure if they do have any digital ones, but if you will be heading out there, you can do your thing and find out what you can. I am working on some other stuff on our side, and will hope to have other info by tomorrow night.
It is getting late in the night, and he has to set things up. He looks back at his new pet.
Sorry Fluffers, I need to set things up and get dressed for tomorrow night.
Fluffers walks over and puts her back up against his hand, then looks back at him.
Why can I not come, non-human?
You can call me Z, do you not remember?
She didn't care enough to remember his name apparently.
No, non-human, I do like going in the metal thing.
Car.
She allows him to educate her, as though that matters as well.
I understand, okay. Car. But I want to go where you go, is that not better? I can walk with you around places, and see new things?
No Fluffers, you will be safer here. I need to talk to other humans and it is a strange thing to bring around a cat. If I could get another cat later, or a dog, might that be fun?
Yes, that would be very fun. As long as I get the same amount of food and sweet things, it would be fun to have another friend to play with. I tried to tell the other human that many times and she did not understand. This building is pretty big, but only a few windows to rest under when the bright thing is out, and someone else to play with might be fun. Will another animal be nice to me? I really hope so. When I was taken outside of the places where the other nice lady stayed, sometimes I would get chased around by other animals, and it was not fun.
He reassures her.
I'll make sure of it, let me know if you need anything, but I need to get plans together. You are not clawing any furniture, are you?
No, but I might. Again, I am getting bored. Thank you, non-human, I will be fine. I am hungry though.
Fluffers jumps down and makes her way to the kitchen. Zook stands out of the computer chair in front of his machine, and looks around for Bud, who is sitting in front of the TV eating some peanuts.
Hey bud, I need you to take me to a vineyard tonight. Here is the address, GPS it. I don't mean now, like after I rest today.
He gives him a small slip of paper from a notepad by his machine.
I'm sleeping in the car, and need you to get me there when I wake up before the place closes. We are still moving on from the recent situation we are handling. Also, the cat, play with it a bit would ya? Pet her or whatever, she is getting bored. Just pull out the laser pointer and let her jump around, it will be fine. Either you or Steve go out for a scratching post or 3, the cat is getting antsy.
Bud's reply.
Got it, boss, I really am more of a dog person though.
Zook shows he is interested.
We'll probably be looking into that. They could chase each other around here, might be a fun time, plus I can get to know another animal, and work on my blood powers more. I need to get dressed for a day's sleep and rest in the car. Again, you need to get me there really close to dusk so I can talk to them. Last, she can go into the concrete basement area, bunk beds, not my man cave.
He walks back to the kitchen and gets Fluffer's attention.
Hey cat, did you get enough to eat for now?
Yes. Z. What is it?
He wants to see her reaction, so he would be showing her the basement tonight.
Come, you can see more of the place, but not all of it, not yet.
Zook opens up the door in the kitchen leading down to his man cave and begins to walk down. The cat follows. Walking around the stairway, she sees the concrete basement hall, a nearly 50 feet walkway of concrete, and a door on the far side. She walks to the far end of one side, then runs to the other, then darts back to the other side. Zook stands in front of her as she is running back, and meows to ask.
What are you doing?
She answers, panting, while making the usual cat noises.
There is so much running space, this is so fun. We are under your home, and you have this place too? It is not someone else's place to live. This is fun, there is nothing to knock over, just running space.
Zook walks to the doors on the other side and opens it to a side room. A couple of bunk beds, 2 comfortable chairs, sit in front of a 32-inch TV, and it is a storage container of space, carpeting on the floor, and another set of doors on the other side. Before she is about to take another lap around the place, she flops down on the ground, breathing heavily. She gets his attention again, and he lost the power connection while she ran around the room, but got it active again.
That is fun non-human, can I play in this room too?
Yes, this room, and the long running area back there you can run around, but not through here. This is my own place to sleep because I am stuck like that a lot of the light time.
Well, now I want to know what is back there. Is there a big bed with fluffy pillows and all the fish you can eat, and things to chase?
No, you know what they say about curiosity, and cats?
She turns her head to the side.
No, what is that?
Never mind, no, it is just a place I like to keep for special things. You can be in here, up in the rest of the place, but not through here.
He opens the door to his man cave, and watches her as she looks over, for what she can see, but he closes it before she runs inside. It takes him about 10 minutes to get comfortable clothes on for the day, sleep in a car and day trip for a few hours. He slides open a little slot he has on the double doors, initially set in so that he can watch for anyone trying to infiltrate his home, but now he wants to make sure cat hair doesn't get all over his safe haven. He sees her back on the bunk beds, and opens the door and closes it quickly behind him. As soon as he closes the door, she is right above his head on the bunk bed closest to the door, looking curiously for anything she might be able to see in the other room. Fluffers starts to meow back, and he isn't ready to speak to her yet, so he catches.
Not go in, so I did not try to go in, it would not be nice.
He guesses the rest of what she is going to say. They both walk back upstairs, and see Bud by the garage door. Zook feels that it has been some time since the affirmation of the loyalty of his employees. When doing this, he also makes sure that he recognizes his retainers and their auras, one of his observational blood powers he has become familiar with over the years. he could tell Bud has not changed in a long while. He walks up to his retainer and looks into his eyes, influencing him through his blood and blood powers to get confirmation of his loyalty.
Bud, you will tell me the truth. Do you have any ill will towards me, and do you wish me any harm? Have you taken money from me over the pay I have given? Have you plotted against me in any other way?
No, boss, you are good to me, keep me strong, and pay me well. I do not want to hurt you or anything that you have. You are a good friend.
Steve.
Zook calls out to another. Walking the perimeter of the inside of his house yet again is Zook's other retainer. His name is not Steve, but it is a precaution that he takes with his people because he knows what others can do with real names. He is a veteran of one of those wars, he would never remember which one, and Zook's blood has kept him strong over the decades. He was not a ghoul over that time, but Zook helped him out of the street and gave him purpose. He has been a vigilant member of Zook's staff for quite some time. You might think it is out of the kindness of his unbeating heart, but nah, it is mostly inexpensive labor. Unlike Bud, who had a 5 o'clock shadow and is perhaps getting a little thicker in the midsection over these many years, Steve is the restless sort who walks around the house inside, outside, inside again, keeping himself clean-shaved and watching everywhere, and often. He knew the activities of the neighbors, when they came out to mow or water their yards, and he knows and calculates the exits of each new room as he enters. When Zook is out, he works out in the garage to break a sweat. Steve asks,
Boss, shouldn't you be headed to sleep?
You will reaffirm your loyalty to me.
Zook replies, seriously. Steve stands at attention, as many hardened military crew will do naturally when addressed, knowing this all over the many years.
I will.
Zook raises a finger to stop him.
You know how this works, Steve.
His influence over his employee rushes out in his gaze to get Steve's attention.
You will tell me the truth. Do you have any ill will towards me, and do you wish me any harm? Have you taken money from me over the pay I have given? Have you plotted against me in any other way?
Steve monotonously answers.
No, sir. You have been a good boss and a good friend. You took me away from what my life was, and I can never repay you for what you have done for me over the years. You are a decent commander and a decent man.
Ha, decent, compared to some, I guess. I will rest in the car, and Bud is taking me to a vineyard close to tonight. There is a possibility we will be getting a dog.
Steve nervously speaks against the idea of his boss, but he does.
Sir, another set of feet making noise? The new set of cat feet already makes me anxious, but another set. I don't know.
You will get used to it, old friend. You have been jumpy. A cat and dog around here might keep things calm. Perhaps you can make some new friends. You and Bud must be bored. I know I am, with just you two.
Steve answers as a subordinate.
Sir, we will make it work if it is what you want.
Zook put his hand on Steve's shoulder and told him.
I'm not here to make your life uncomfortable. If you end up not liking it, we'll get it a good home. Think of it this way, you can even help train the dog, and it can be vigilant with you. You can be a K9 unit, wouldn't that be fun? If I can, I will try to teach you the speak with animal blood power. I know, it certainly is not as easy as the other things you have been able to do. This is a mental ability, not just working out and boxing.
Steve's lips go flat, then quickly break into a half smile.
Whatever you say, sir. Have a good day's rest.
Gotcha.
Zook says, opening the door to the garage, stepping through, and going to rest for the day in the back of his town car.